What you're about to witness is not a simple repair. It's a story of resurrection, of bringing a forgotten soul back from the brink. Left for dead, buried in filth and decay. Can something truly broken ever be made whole again? To rebuild it, every piece must first be stripped away. The deconstruction begins, a journey into the heart of a mechanical ghost. Each part holds a memory of the road, now silenced by time and rust. The chain, once the lifeline of motion, is now a frozen relic. Gentle persuasion is needed to free components seized by years of neglect. The engine, the very soul of the machine, is separated from its crumbling body. Its nervous system, a tangled web of wires, is carefully disconnected. Every connection is documented, a map for its future revival. The wheels that once traveled countless miles are brought to a standstill. The old weathered skin is peeled back, revealing the damage hidden within. The inner tube, brittle and torn, tells a story of its final, deflated breath. Every single piece, no matter how small, is examined. The methodical dismantling continues, a slow and deliberate process. Patience is the most crucial tool in this workshop. With every removed part, the machine's original form vanishes. Soon, only the skeleton remains. The motorcycle has been reduced to a collection of memories. Now, the true transformation can begin. Each component is targeted, its imperfections addressed. Stubborn, rusted bolts surrender to modern power. The old, cracked rubber must be cut away to free the rim. Layer by layer, the past is stripped back. The bones of the machine are laid bare. The braking system, critical for safety, is painstakingly disassembled. Sometimes, brute force and finesse must work together. The front suspension, once responsible for a smooth ride, is taken apart. The steering assembly is carefully detached from the frame. This is a labor of focus and dedication. The rear shocks are freed from their rusted mounts. Each part is a puzzle piece in a much larger story. The bike is now just a collection of parts, a ghost of its former self. Nothing is left connected. The deconstruction is complete. Before creation can begin, the workspace must be cleansed. The aftermath of the teardown is swept away, making way for rebirth. All the components are laid out, an inventory of what was. Now, a violent rebirth. Years of corrosion are blasted away in a storm of sand. The raw, clean metal emerges, ready for a new beginning. Inside the sandblasting cabinet, the purification process continues. A cloud of abrasive material erases decades of decay. Even the intricate spokes of the wheels are meticulously cleaned. The parts emerge, transformed, their original surfaces unveiled. A new identity is applied, a coat of vibrant, resilient paint. Each piece receives the same careful attention, ensuring a unified new look. The frame, the very backbone of the bike, is given a fiery red heart. But some wounds are deeper than rust. Dents must be healed. With a surgeon's precision, filler is applied to restore the tank's perfect curve. The surface is smoothed, erasing the scars of its past life. Perfection is a process of refinement. Finally, the gentle touch of hand sanding achieves a flawless finish. The work is meditative, requiring immense patience. Every contour must be perfect before the final coat is applied. The restorer's hands can feel imperfections the eye might miss. The fuel tank is now a blank canvas, ready for its new identity. A final cleaning ensures a perfect bond with the paint. The fresh green paint gives the tank a new life. Smaller parts are also given this new, vibrant finish. The components are now ready, reborn in brilliant color. The vision of the restored bike is beginning to take shape. Other parts receive a deep, contrasting black finish. Each color choice is deliberate, part of a carefully planned design. Meanwhile, the engine awaits its own purification. Years of grime are blasted away from its complex surfaces. The metal begins to reappear from beneath the layers of dirt. Slowly, the engine's original form is revealed. Rescued from the cleaning chamber, it's ready for its internal surgery. Now, the heart of the machine must be disassembled. This is the most intricate phase of the restoration. Every gear, every bearing, every piston will be inspected. This requires specialized tools and an expert's touch. The complexity of the engine's inner workings is astounding. Each part is carefully removed and catalogued. This process is like a mechanical autopsy, finding any hidden damage. Decades of experience guide these steady hands. The old, blackened oil, the lifeblood of the engine, is drained away. The disassembly continues deeper into the engine's core. Nothing will be left untouched. The engine is stripped down to its very last bolt. With sparks flying, excess metal is carefully trimmed away. This modification is part of a custom performance upgrade. Even the smallest internal components are removed for inspection. Seals that have hardened with age are carefully pried loose. The clutch assembly, which transfers power to the wheels, is dismantled. Tiny passages are cleared of any lingering debris. Precision and leverage are used to separate tightly fitted parts. Every component tells a story of wear and tear. The casing is wiped clean, revealing its true condition. The disassembly is relentless, methodical. There could be no shortcuts in a restoration of this caliber. The crankshaft and transmission gears are finally exposed. This is the mechanical heart, now fully open for its life-saving surgery. One final piece is removed. The process demands unwavering focus. Each part is a testament to the engineering of a bygone era. The engine case is now an empty shell. The teardown is finally complete. On the workbench lies the entire history of the engine, piece by piece. Now begins the painstaking process of cleaning every single component. The engine casing is scrubbed free of decades of grease and grime. Each gear tooth is brushed clean in a solvent bath. The water turns black, evidence of the hard work being done. All the internal parts are submerged and washed. Even the smallest nuts and bolts are given a thorough cleaning. High-pressure water blasts away any remaining contaminants. This ensures a perfectly clean foundation for the rebuild. Back in the blasting cabinet, the parts receive a final surface treatment. This leaves them looking as if they just left a factory. This is the peak of restoration, where old becomes new. The transformation is astonishing. The two halves of the engine casing, now pristine, are ready to be rejoined. The reassembly begins. The heart of the machine is put back together. Bolts are tightened to precise specifications. The engine slowly takes shape, cleaner and stronger than before. Each part fits perfectly into place. The process is a reverse of the careful disassembly. The engine is coming back to life. The carburetor, which mixes air and fuel, receives the same attention. It too must be dismantled and cleaned. Every internal jet and passage is thoroughly cleansed. This ensures optimal fuel delivery and engine performance. The level of detail required is immense. A special cleaning spray dissolves any stubborn deposits. Now, the internal mechanics of the engine are reinstated. This is a delicate dance of gears and shafts. The transmission system is carefully reconstructed. This assembly requires deep knowledge of the engine's design. Each gear must mesh perfectly with the next. Power tools are used to ensure every bolt is secure. The complex assembly continues, piece by meticulous piece. This is where skill and experience shine. The shift drum, which controls gear selection, is installed. The gearbox is slowly taking its final form. A circular component is slotted into place. A new, brightly colored gasket will ensure a perfect seal. The engine case is closed, sealing the rebuilt transmission inside. The piston and cylinder, where combustion happens, are installed. This is the power-generating core of the engine. The engine rebuild is nearly complete. The timing chain, which synchronizes the engine's movements, is threaded into place. It's a delicate operation requiring steady hands. The engine now features a striking red accent cover. The final components of the top end are tightened down. New bearings are carefully pressed into place. The flywheel, a key part of the ignition system, is installed. It is carefully seated onto the crankshaft. The outer cover is fitted, protecting the delicate ignition components. The engine assembly is now largely complete. Final adjustments are made, ensuring everything is perfect. The rebuilt engine stands as a testament to the restorer's craft. Now, the newly restored components are gathered for the final assembly. A brand new tire is expertly fitted to the freshly painted wheel. This requires both strength and technique to avoid damaging the rim. New bearings are packed with grease and installed in the wheel hub. This will ensure a smooth, friction-free ride. The brake components are fitted to the wheel. A brand new inner tube is prepared for installation. The tire is seated on the rim, ready for the tube. The valve stem is carefully pulled through the rim. Brand new brake pads are unboxed, promising powerful stopping ability. The steering stem bearings are lubricated and fitted to the frame. The red frame is now ready to accept the steering components. The triple clamp, which holds the forks, is carefully installed. The front forks, complete with polished springs, are slotted into place. Now for the rear of the bike, the swing arm is attached to the frame. This pivot point is critical for the rear suspension's movement. The new rear shocks, with matching red springs, are bolted on. Power tools make quick work of securing these crucial parts. The rear wheel and brake assembly are mounted onto the swing. The rear wheel is now securely in place. A newly painted fender is attached, adding to the bike's classic look. Every bolt is tightened with care. The front fender is installed, completing the bodywork on the forks. The complex wiring harness is carefully routed through the frame. Each connection must be correct for the electronics to function. The new taillight assembly is wired up and installed. This is a fusion of mechanical and electrical expertise. The bike's electronic brain, the voltage regulator, is mounted. A new battery, the heart of the electrical system, is secured. Final electrical components are put into place. The custom seat, black with red stitching, is the finishing touch on the rear. The rear axle is tightened, securing the wheel and chain tension. Every detail is checked and double-checked. Fresh fork oil is added to ensure proper front suspension damping. The handlebars are clamped onto the forks. The classic round headlight is mounted and secured. The polished front fender is perfectly aligned. The front wheel is installed and the axle is tightened. The front brake lever and master cylinder are mounted on the handlebars. A protective windscreen is carefully unwrapped and installed. The front brake caliper is bolted into place. The moment of truth, the fully rebuilt engine is lowered into the frame. The engine is secured with mounting bolts. The carburetor is connected to the engine's intake port. A polished side cover adds a touch of chrome. The kickstarter is attached, a nod to the bike's vintage roots. The final engine components are installed. The spark plug wire is connected, the final step before it can roar to life. The masterpiece is complete. The long journey is over. A final inspection is conducted by the master craftsman and his colleague. Every detail shines, a testament to countless hours of dedication. From a pile of rust, a stunning machine has been born again. The engine awakens with a confident kick. The resurrected soul is ready to ride once more. A very special thank you to the owner of the YouTube channel DT Restoration for creating this wonderful video and allowing me to comment. If you enjoyed this narrative, please visit and support their channel at the link in the description below.